Morning everyone. Today I'm going to be putting power to this little gadget I fitted in my handlebars. It's a dual USB supply, and I'll be using that to keep my phone charged, and if I put a camera up here, to run a power supply to that so I don't have to keep changing batteries. Now, when you open up that seat and then have a look at the wires underneath, well, what you're looking at, God knows. Unless you're an auto electrician, then you're going to struggle. I'm going to show you how to do it. Minimum fuss, minimum effort, cheaper than an auto electrician, and something anyone with a screwdriver can do themselves. So hang around while I stick a Thunderbox on my bike. And to our Australian friends, that doesn't mean to say I'm fitting a portable toilet, mate. I'm fitting an electronic gadget. Catch you later. So this is the Thunderbox. These connectors go straight to the battery, and this clever box of electronics here, it knows when the engine's running, and when the engine's running it provides power to these terminals. There's 4 available lives and 4 available grounds. The green is live, the black is a ground. So this is a simple fit, and it really is good for your electronics on your bike. You don't have to mess about looking for switched lives and cutting into cables. Just put that on the battery and away you go. Connected the cables to the battery, and that is the Thunderbox wired in. This wire you don't need. This is if you want to actually connect this to a switched ignition rather than use the inbuilt brain in here. So I'm not going to use that one. So this actually comes with a sticky Velcro. They've already attached the Velcro, but that's sticky back. I'm going to stick that into here so it's held firm, and then if ever you need to take it out, you can just peel it off. The Velcro will remain on there. You can take this off, do what you need to do, and then stick it back on. Really well thought out bit of kit. And it comes with these easy release clip connectors. So the black wire is ground, the green wire is live. So this is our cable we've pulled through. I've stripped the ends, and so for the live one we just lift up the cable, lift up a clip, simple up, poke it in the hole, push that clip down, and that is a good tight electrical connection. Again, for the negative, we just pop that open, put that in, clip it down. Slight in effect, it is the job done. The seat just needs to go on, we need to test it. But really easy. So if you bought a gadget where the cable length was enough to actually reach way back to here, all you're doing is connecting to your terminals on your battery the 2 wires for the Thunderbox. Like say this one was a redundant one. You're just connecting the 2 wires for the Thunderbox and then clipping the cables in here. So if you don't have to do a joint somewhere here, and you don't have to mess about soldering, it's a really simple job. Adding another accessory is literally a case of just lifting one of those clips in a spare cable and putting it in. Job's a good one. So let's get the seat back on and see if it's worked, shall we? Now the moment of truth. When I turn the engine on, because it waits for the engine to come on before it actually takes power, about 5 seconds after that the gadget should light up and give us power. There we go. When we switch off, that should go off after a few seconds when it detects the engine isn't running anymore. There we go. That was easy. That was a Thunderbox powering up a USB connector. So, I'm no auto electrician. I'm not saying that's the right way to do it. If you've got any doubts, you should take advice rather than follow this blindly. But Thunderbox, in my opinion, is a good product to make adding electric accessories to your bike simple and safe. let's see how we get on with this, and I'll mention it in a future video, I think. But for now, that's it. Hope you found this useful. If you did, give it a like, hit the subscribe button, because I'd love to see you along in a future video. This is Gordon from Up North Biker, signing out. See you later. So this is a 2019 Tiger Sport 1050, 5mm Allen key, and there is a sneaky little nut just here. Hopefully that will focus in. And that is all you need to undo to remove this panel here and this bit. And that gives you access to under the tank, and it should give you enough that you don't have to take this bit off. But we can get at that when we take the seat off. So we'll have a look and see if we need to take this off as well, but definitely this comes off. Thumb under here, fingers on this edge, fingers back here, and push with your thumb and pull gently forwards. Do it gentle because it will come loose quick. And that's it, that needs a clean. A tip for when you're putting your fairing back on: take the rubber piece out of here if it's in there, so remove that and put it on here. Slide it on there, just makes it easier to get this back on. So this thing came with a connector on the end which I've chopped off, but because the device I'm going to use, the Thunderbox, has fused outputs, I'm also going to take this fuse off because that's probably going to be something that shakes loose over time. So I'm going to cut these off and solder some longer wires on. That's the only bit of skill you'll need, is a way to connect longer wires to whatever device you've picked if they're not long enough. So that is the cables soldered. So I've wrapped all the cable in insulating tape. I'm now going to plan its route. So for this one, I'm going to go through here and follow these cables down, where we can see down here there is this little elastic loop. I'm going to put the cable through there, going to run it down here along with these cables. There's another fixing point here, I'm going to run it through there, and then it disappears off and it's going to come out under the seat here. So I'll run the first bit forward and then I'll show you how I get cables through gaps like this. So this gadget here has a little button at the top, and when you press it, out come these lovely little claws to grab hold of things. And because this is flexible and quite stiff, it's much easier to poke this through here to where we need to be, rather than try and poke the wires the other way. So I'm just going to do that now. Right, so we've threaded this through, it's now here, and all I need to do now, grab this in here, and just pull this back out. Look at that, easy. And there is my cable ready to connect to the Thunderbox.